It was a cold winter night in 1968. Dr. Sanatan walked alone down a deserted road in Rajbari. All around him, fog and a deep, heavy silence. Suddenly, a strange cat appeared in the middle of the road. The cat blocked his way and would not move.
He shooed it away, and it came back again. It felt as if something was trying to stop him. Then, slicing through the night stillness, he saw a figure in the distance. A woman, dressed entirely in white, sitting beside something on the ground. She was crying.
Dr. Sanatan stepped closer, heart pounding. He moved the cloth covering the shape beside her. What he saw made his blood run cold. Right after that, from the darkness, two rotten human hands began crawling. They dragged themselves across the earth, inching toward him. There was no body, only hands. He turned and ran, legs burning with fear. But those hands reached out and grabbed his legs from behind. He stumbled, terror ripping through him. Then, in the blackness on the road, a familiar face appeared. Abdur Rahim. But Rahim had died years before, hadn't he? What really happened on that night? Who or what was the Rahim that stood there?
And whose hands were crawling toward him? To learn the truth, watch the full story. The terrifying night of Dr. Sanatan, only on Spirit Horror World. Dive deep into the darkness and enter the world of fear.
Welcome to today's story in Spirit Horror World. Dive deep into the darkness and enter the world of fear. Today's story, the case of Dr. Sanatan. This is not a work of fiction. It's a true event dating back to 1968 or 69. This incident was told to me by a relative of mine, and the person it happened to, his name is Dr. Sanatan. People in Rajbari district knew him as Sanatda or Dr. Sanatan. He had a small tin homeopathy dispensary near the Rajbari fish market. He wasn't very famous, but as a person he was wonderful. Honest, polite, benevolent and simple-hearted. Every morning he would cycle from Kuti Pachuria village to the market. At night he would close his shop right after the Maghrib Adhan and return home. Back then, there wasn't much electricity, so the market would become almost empty after dusk. He had a compounder at his dispensary, Abdur Rahim. There were two keys to the shop, one kept by Dr. Sanatan and the other by Rahim. One day, during winter, just before Maghrib, a stranger came and said, "Doctor, there's a patient at my house, please bother to come." Dr. Sanatan was a bit hesitant because it was getting dark and it would take time to return. But the man said, "The house is very close, a half-hour walk." Finally, he agreed. He left his bicycle at the shop as the back seat was wobbly. The two of them started walking. They walked and walked. The man kept saying, "Just ahead, just a little further." About 45 minutes passed like this. The house was in Sona Kandur village. Dr. Sanatan said in surprise, "This is a long way. Why didn't you say so before?" The man just smiled and said, "I didn't dare to tell you, doctor. I thought you might leave." He saw the patient, gave medicine. By the time he returned, it was quite late. He arrived at the shop to find it locked. Rahim had probably gone home. His bicycle was also inside the shop. He thought, "What to do? I'll walk home." It was a winter night. Everything was silent. Only dogs barked in the distant fog. He walked, shining his flashlight. After passing that taxi market and walking a little further, a medium-sized cat stood in front of him, blocking the road. Dr. Sanatan tried to move the cat and pass, but the cat repeatedly came forward and blocked his way. He got a little angry and waved his stick. The cat moved away, then came back and rubbed against his leg. He shook his leg hard. The cat then vanished into the darkness. After walking a little further, he stopped again. In front of him sat a woman covered in white cloth, weeping, a soulful, heartbreaking cry. He went closer and said, "What happened, mother? Why are you crying?" The woman said, "My son has died." "Let me see, where?" She removed the cloth, and at that moment, Dr. Sanatan seemed to turn to stone.
The corpse's feet were stuck to the ground, as if someone was pulling him down, and a terrible stench spread all around. He got scared and started running, but he tripped and fell right at the mouth of the bridge. The flashlight fell to the ground, and in the moonlight he saw something approaching from a distance. Two crab-like things. But when he turned on his flashlight, he saw they weren't crabs. Two human hands below the wrist. The hands were moving forward on their own, 5 fingers wiggling, and that same stench filled the air. He understood. These hands were the hands of that corpse. He started running with all his might, calling the name of the Creator. The hands seemed to be trying to grab his feet, yet he didn't stop. Finally, he bumped into someone and fell. He saw Abdur Rahim. Rahim said, "Dada, I was coming to look for you. I closed the shop when you were late. I thought I'd give you the key." Dr. Sanatan said, "Why didn't you bring your bicycle?" Rahim smiled. "I can't ride a bicycle well." They walked and reached near the house. The doctor said, "Come, eat today. It's so late, stay here." But Rahim said, "No, Dada, I have urgent work tomorrow." Giving him the key, Rahim left. The next morning, Dr. Sanatan went to the shop. He saw Rahim had opened the shop and was sitting there. He said, "You said you wouldn't come today. You were with me last night." Rahim said in surprise, "I didn't see you last night. I closed the shop and left the key inside." Dr. Sanatan was stunned. So last night, the Rahim who was with him, who gave him the key, who talked, who was he? No one knows. Perhaps he wasn't human. Perhaps some strange power came to save him. And perhaps it's true, those who selflessly help people, Allah or the Creator helps them in their troubles, definitely in some form. This was the case of Dr. Sanatan. If you like such real frightening stories, then like this video now and subscribe to the Spirit Horror World YouTube channel. You are invited to listen to the next episode.